Hello, everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast as part of the Cytometry Cyclone. This audio podcast as part of the Rakas and Bombard, the Rakas and Bombard episode, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Lobostics production. In and through this audio podcast today, looking at now the in around the sort of the sort of backdrop, the sort of backdrop of and in around the kidney disease and renal support and KDAR's group for kids. So the kidney disease and renal support group, or KDAR's group for kids, is a social media platform that was founded in around the in around 2014 by founders by two founders or co-founders, and was initiated for patients, for healthcare service users, parents, guardians, and carers, and neonates and babies, toddlers, and young people who are living with CKD and renal disease. The social media platform supports pediatrics and young people from the age range of 0 to 18, as opposed to age range 0 to 18 years, where as opposed to the RPSG platform, which is for healthcare service users, carers, healthcare service users, carers, and healthcare professionals alike, in around those who are in around the age 18 plus, and KDARS was inspired by one of the founders or co-founders, where they had their own personal experiences, where one of the founders, their experience wherein their own daughter had suffered, their own child or daughter had suffered with acute kidney injury, or AKI, secondary to antepartum hemorrhage during the newborn duration, and the child of the founder of the KDAR's founder was later diagnosed with CKD stage 3B, and the KDAR's team offers sort of online space or social media sort of platform space for families to communicate, share experiences and stories on lived experiences, offer supportive advice, especially when areas of healthcare healthcare can become challenging, and where face-to-face communication has not always been always is not always viable for healthcare service is not always viable for healthcare service users. The group, or the KDAR's social media platform also has grown exponentially, and since 2014 has near 2,500 sort of healthcare service users sort of globally, and confidentiality has been paramount in amongst the KDAR's platform, a social media platform, and what is raised or what is shared through lived experiences, for example, and what is discussed, and what is sort of discussed or communicated remains within the social media platform, which is like that of the RPSG social media platform, a uh, has been a sort of a closed social media platform. Uh, pediatrics and young people, families, parents and guardians that require safe and secure place to share understanding without sort of the anxiety, without the sort of anxiety of potentially feeling compromised elsewhere, has been part of the basis, part of the basis of the KDAR's social media platform. Additionally, KDAR's team have found that the lack of support for pediatric renal patients or kidney patients and families is and has been overwhelmingly obvious. The KDAR's team has been bridging a gap that requires more established sort of education and support pathways built into pediatrics and young people's kidney care, especially in around and since the pediatric and young people population that suffer with varying forms of kidney diseases is more of a minority population than the adult kidney and renal population. So additionally, safeguarding confidentiality and the security of KDAR's of again of KDAR's members is and has been a pertinent mission and an objective of the social media platform. Anyone who now, for example, wishes to join the KDAR's platform have a set of questions to answer beforehand, and the KDAR's membership encompasses a strong administration and moderating team who have offered time to support and keep the social media platform running smoothly on a 24-hour basis. And since 2014, so into its first decade, into its first or initial decade, the KDAR's social media platform have an admin and moderating team that are involved from various from and in between, for example, in the United Kingdom, but also in other parts of the world, and this helps keep the social media platform, the KDAR social media platform, alive and sort of active 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of the Cytometry Cyclone. This audio podcast as part of the Rakas and Bombard episode, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Robotics production.